Let's talk about that hugely controversial ending of 28 Years Later. I've just got back from seeing the film, been trying to avoid spoilers. I did see a few, but let's unpack that with full spoilers. This is your warning. So the film kind of wraps up, and then you have this brief epilogue where Spike, who's the main kid in the film, is out fending for himself. He's attacked by a pack of the infected, and a group of people, led here by Jack O'Connell's character, all dressed like Jimmy Savile, come and rescue him in kind of a kung fu Power Rangers-y style. It's pretty tonally jarring. It's really kind of punk, and it's split opinion hugely. Now, it's a really difficult subject because for those who aren't British, may not know the context fully, he was one of the worst predators in modern history, and it only came out 13 years ago in 2012. So for a lot of people, A, it's still recent memory, B, is somebody they were very familiar with in their childhood on their TV screens and radio, and C, most importantly, the victims of this are going to know. These victims are still alive, they're children. It's really still very recent. So it's caused a lot of controversy that Danny Boyle and Alex Garland have kind of played it as this shock thing, as if it's going for the shock value. I don't think it's that nihilistic. I think it's more a analysis of evil, because for a lot of people that are familiar with the context and the story, Jimmy Savile is the embodiment of evil and monstrousness and hiding in the shadows and playing people and violence and all of those kind of things. He is where that begins and ends, really. So I think these characters are designed to show either how that imagery is misappropriated and used for equally nefarious reasons, because there are a lot of points in the film where you see murals that say Jimmy on them. The body that Spike comes across when he's out hunting with his father has Jimmy scrawled onto it, so obviously they're pretty notorious around the area for marking their stamp and killing and claiming territory. But I don't know, it's difficult. I think it's bold and powerful and a really brazen decision, maybe. I don't think that's quite the right word, because I think it's riding the line of good taste, but I completely understand why people are put off by it. I think it's pretty anarchic. That final scene is as anarchic as it gets. The editing, the music, everything is blown up to 11. So I think it knows the effect it's trying to have. It's trying to shock and trying to jar. I think people will debate whether this is the way to go about achieving that. But I'm going to reserve judgment until the sequel, where we learn a bit more. But for now, I think it's controversial, yes. Exploitative, no. But interesting, definitely. And bold, a bold artistic choice. Inarguably, it's that. It's just about how it's then treated going forwards, and when we learn a bit more about why Danny Boyle and Alex Garland have picked Jimmy Savile to be the person that this cult model themselves off, will be interesting. And I think this is definitely something that will be talked about for a long time. There's nothing quite like this. And for that, I think it's worthy of discussion, and it's interesting and laudable in a way, but equally, I understand why some people might be rubbed the wrong way by this. I'm up for it. I'm in. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. And I love stuff that challenges and pushes the boundaries and pushes the line of good taste. And for that, I applaud it. I really like the film. But it will be interesting to see what the reaction is more widely, and where the sequel, which is coming out early next year, The Bone Temple, how that handles such a massive, controversial artistic choice.